All right, this is the first fantasy video of the year for Doug's River Thugs, PrincesofPlumNearly League. Um, Happy to be back. Happy to be shooting some videos. Hopefully, we can get some more people shooting some videos because this year looks to be bigger and better than ever. All the teams look great this year. I don't think there's really a drop off. I mean, the fact that Stu put me at 12 in the power rankings first week, least important power rankings of the whole year, but I think it really shows that all the teams this year have the potential to, go for winning the division and move on to the playoffs. And really, it's completely up in the air. I think I find myself sort of saying this every year, but I think this year in particular, the fantasy prospects for players is just it's hard to read right now. I don't think there's I think there's a lot of depth at wide receiver, even though we play in a standard league as opposed to PPR. I think there's a little bit of a drop off with running backs. I think there's a lot of questions with running backs coming into the season. So it's just we're gonna have to see how it shakes out before we can really be sure who has the best team. I think a team like Curly maybe is the best thus far, followed by a couple of others. But I think the pack's pretty close. So I think it's too early to tell, but I think it's going to be a great season regardless. Now that the formalities are out of the way, I'd like to tell Stu to shove it, basically. 12 in the power rankings, it's a little insulting to somebody of my caliber, especially coming from someone like you, Stu. It's embarrassment, bit nauseous, sat by the toilet bowl earlier. Thank God nothing came out, so we're okay. But just disrespect. Though you want to create some beef off the bat, then you did it. And no problem with me. I can throw some words too. So we're just gonna go right into the matchup here. Me versus Jamie, classic week 1 matchup. Every year happens. Division rival, and it's looking good because we both won championships real recently. So first off, I look at the matchup. I think it's going to be a pretty close matchup. Eli, I don't know what Stu's talking about inconsistent. He's in a good spot this year. I think he's going to have a big year with Odell coming back. You've got Larry Donnell. Victor Cruz feels good. I know it's been a while since he's been in form, but I think Eli will be consistent this year, and I think he'll be fine. Doug Martin, Doug had a big year. Obviously, it's going to be hard to repeat those numbers, but I mean, I think he'll be fine. I think he's been a bit inconsistent, but he's proven what he can do. And Tampa Bay's only getting better, so that is what that is. And we got Matt Forte, bit of a new system coming into New Jersey. Couple question marks. Guys getting old. But he can still run the ball. He can still catch the ball, and he'll get some touchdowns. I think. I think he'll be fine. I liked him with that borderline since I was pick 11, that borderline 4-round pick there. I was hoping. I did a fantasy mock draft, and I got Edelman, Forte, and Doug, and I felt good with that. Started off with A.J. Green. I think that's going to be a great pickup. Stu's talking about all this possibilities with injuries with my guys, but that's with anybody. It's the beginning of the season. That's going to happen. Somebody's going to lose some people. We know that. That's what history has shown us that. So I'm not worried about Forte. I think it's going to be a surprise with how well he does with New Jersey. I think he'll fit in well. A.J. Green, a little iffy coming into the season. Not worried though. The guy he's a standout wide receiver, Dalton's favorite target. He puts up numbers every year. He's still a young guy, so he's fine. I think I like A.J. Green with that pick. Edelman coming back from injury. He'll be without the golden boy for the first few games, but that's okay. I mean, just as in Gronkowski, I think the same. You don't need Peyton Manning. You don't need Joe Montana throwing to these guys for them to show up and score some points. So what, Stu? It's not a PPR league. Edelman still is going to get points. I think I'm liking him this year. I think he broke out last year, but he got hurt some. I think he'll be fine this year, especially after week 4. Delaney Walker is just guy's a stalwart. Guy gets points. Mariota's favorite target. I understand that they have some more people coming in this year, so they're gonna spread it about. But I think when Mariota 3rd and 6 revert back, Delaney Walker's your target. Guy's athletic. Guy can move after the catch. I'm not worried about Delaney. I was very proud of getting Delaney where I got him in the draft, and I think, he was ranked 4 last year. I think he'll be fine. Emmanuel Sanders, obviously when you have a consistent quarterback, you feel great having Emmanuel Sanders. Guy gets catches all the time, so he'll be fine. Cardinals D like that pick, Justin Tucker. They'll be kicking a lot of field goals. Nothing. I feel good about my bench. Bit thin, but I feel good about the bench. I think Sproles coming in. I think Kevin White could have a big year. Tavon Austin, guy can make fireworks happen when he gets the ball. Eifert coming back, potential flex spot if Delaney especially plays well. Hogan, who knows? I got Marriott on the bench, rounded out with Jordan Howard. Maybe Langford gets injured. Who knows? A lot of question marks. But, Jamie's team's fine. Not too worried first week. It's the first week. No big deal. And, I think we're looking great this year. So I'm glad. I'm sorry this video went a little too long. This first video of the season. Had to get a little introduction going. Got the Chihuahua on. Got to represent Murfreesboro, baby. So just glad football season's back. Glad we're making some more videos, getting fantasy started. Hoping get some more people making some videos because it's great fun once you do it. I know we have some people that have done it for the past few years. I've always enjoyed it, doing it every week. So happy to be back. Stu, I'm hunting for you. You don't scare me. You don't scare me with your little James Cameron production back there, all the little lights and your fancy little titles and bull coming up on the screen. I just make videos and play football, and my boys are ready to play. So hope everyone has a great year. Glad to be back. See you guys later.